Again, welcome sa GLAN212, Geology for Civil Engineers. So, announcement or reminders before we proceed. So, ito yung new LMS na ginawa ko for our subject. So, please pa-enroll po dito. Please remember po yung code. So, PBJI-XYZS. So, this will be our LMS classroom. Then, nilagay ko lang dito as future reference. Your midterm examination is scheduled sa October 8, 2020, Thursday. Okay? So that is almost 2 weeks na lang from now. Okay, tama ba? 2 weeks? Yes, exactly 2 weeks from now. Okay? So at the end of this session, hopefully, these are the things that you will get. So yung first one is yung ma-define natin yung mineralogy and its characteristics. And also, to identify yung iba't ibang physical properties ng minerals. Okay, so let's start with mineralogy and minerals. So pag sinabing mineralogy, so nagdi-deal siya sa study ng minerals. So inaaral niya yung iba't ibang formation, composition, occurrence, type, association, properties, and uses ng mga mineral. Okay? Mineral kasi napaka prevalent niya sa earth, no? So almost every day gumagamit tayo ng minerals. So like for example, sodium chloride o asin, isa siyang klase ng minerals. So kaya araw-araw din natin ginagamit 'yon. Ano pa ba, yung sa pencil, yung lead ng pencil, composed din siya ng minerals. So basically, minerals is used in our everyday life. Nag-iiba-iba lang siya ng characteristic and forms kasi yung iba is unique from one another. Okay? So pag sinabing mineral, naturally occurring in organic solid with a definite chemical composition in an ordered atomic arrangement. Okay. So makikita nyo dito, naka-highlight yung word by word, no? So naturally occurring, inorganic, tas solid, tas definite chemical composition, tsaka ordered atomic arrangement. So these 5 characteristic ng mineral is yung napakahalaga sa kanya, or kapag alam natin o nasabi natin nagpo-fall under yung isang bagay dito sa 5 specific requirement na 'to, maka-classify na natin siya as mineral. Pero ano ba ibig sabihin ng bawat requirements na 'yan? So let's start with mineral as naturally occurring. Okay? So naturally occurring daw yung mineral kung siya is hindi siya gawa ng tao. So people did not make it. So like for example, steel. Steel, hindi siya mineral kasi alloy siya na produced by people by combining iron, no? Then heat para tas may furnace para makapag-produce tayo ng steel. Okay? So basta lahat ng object na ginawa ng tao, hindi natin siya ma-classify as mineral. So kung halimbawa makuha natin siya naturally, doon lang natin masasabi na siya ay mineral. Okay? Next is minerals daw are inorganic. So inorganic meaning yung substance is not made by an organism. Okay? So wood and pearls are made by organisms and thus are not minerals. Okay? So dapat ano lang siya, hindi siya ginawa ng other living thing. Okay? So like for example, yung ano bang maganda example nito? So let's say ano ba mga hindi naturally. So halimbawa, ang trees hindi naman siya ah, basta na lang tumutubo. So nanggagaling siya yung may pinagkukunan pa siyang nutrients sa ilalim ng lupa na composed ng iba't ibang minerals. So from that, tsaka pala magkakameron ng tree. So ganun yung ibig sabihin niya na kapag minerals, inorganic siya. So dapat not made by an organism. Okay? Next, minerals are solid daw. So literal solid na Ibig sabihin hindi siya liquid or gas at standard temperature and pressure. So water is not a mineral because it is a liquid. Okay. So baka matatanaw nyo, bakit po ang tawag mineral water? Hindi pala mineral siya. Okay? So ang sagot po is ano? So hindi siya mineral what mineral water is not mineral kasi tinawag lang siya mineral water kasi yung water na yun is from a mineral spring. Okay? Yung spring na yun, merong iba't ibang minerals katulad ng salt tsaka sulfur na ibig sabihin doon lang nanggaling yung tubig kaya tinawag siyang mineral water. Hindi din sinasabi na mineral mismo yung water. Okay? So sana gets yung difference. Then next is minerals has definite chemical composition. Okay? So ibig daw sabihin nito, all occurrences of that mineral have a chemical composition that varies within a specific limited range. So for example daw, yung mineral na halite or yung mas commonly known natin as rock salt, meron siyang chemical composition na sodium chloride. So it is made up of an equal number of atoms of sodium and chlorine. So definite, so ibig sabihin, um, may specific limited range. Okay? Ito yung pinaka ano dito, pinaka key term. So may specific limited range siya. Kaya dapat siya ay may definite chemical composition. Okay? Then last is minerals daw has ordered internal structure. So meaning, yung atoms ng mineral are arranged in systematic and repeating pattern. So like for example, ulit yung rock salt ulit natin, yung sodium chloride natin. Makikita natin to yung kanyang structure is a cube na nagre-repeat lang yung sodium and chlorine. Nag-alternate lang siya hanggang makapag-form siya ng cubic na arrangement na pattern. Okay? So halite is composed of an equal ratio of sodium and chlorine arranged in cubic pattern. Okay? So after we have identified or classified yung isang material dito sa 5 requirements na to, we can now call them as mineral. So ano yung definition ng geology? So yung diniscuss kanina, yun na talaga yung pinaka main definition ng geologists kapag pinag-uusapan is minerals. Formally, ito yung definition nila. It is a naturally occurring inorganic solid that has a definite chemical composition and an ordered internal structure. Okay? Pero mas naka-classify nila yung mga minerals or geologists are able to identify minerals because they have different characteristic. Okay? Yung mga tatawag natin mga physical properties na. So yun yung next topic natin. Yung physical characteristics of minerals. So, may mga iba't ibang characteristic ng minerals para ma-classify o ma-distinguish natin siya sa bawat form and sizes. So, physical characteristic of minerals. So, there are approximately 4,000 different minerals, and each of those minerals has a unique set of physical properties. Okay? So, this is the function of the atomic. So, basically, yung main difference na makikita natin is yung atomic structure niya. Doon natin makikita kung paano siya nagkakaiba-iba. Okay? So, ito yung ilan sa mga physical characteristic na useful in identifying most minerals. So, yung color, luster, strike, hardness, cleavage, fracture, and crystal form. Okay? Tapos meron naman tayong other properties, katulad ng mga reaction with acid, magnetism, specific gravity, tenacity, taste, order, feel, and presence of striation are also useful in identifying if a given substance is a mineral. Okay, so isa-isa natin. So let's start first sa color. Okay, so color is one of the most obvious property ng mineral kasi mas kita siya ng naked eye natin, no? So, meron siyang limited diagnostic value. Kapag halimbawa, hindi opaque o hindi transparent yung mismong mineral na tinitingnan natin. So, While many metallic and earthy materials have distinctive colors, translucent or transparent minerals can vary widely in color. So like for example, yung tingnan natin itong nasa right side. So itong right side is an example of different colors of quartz. Okay? So nagva-vary siya from colorless o yung transparent na kulay hanggang yellow to gray, tapos may pink to black. Okay? So mas na-classify natin, madali siyang na-classify base dun sa mga colors niya. Okay? Pero meron namang mga minerals na yun nga, hindi mo agad ma-classify as quartz, halimbawa siya, kapag hindi mo nakita yung kulay niya. Okay? So may mahirap, kaya dapat may iba pang kumbaga requirement or property na i-possess yung certain material for us to be able to classify that into a certain type of mineral. Okay? Next is yung luster. So luster describes the appearance of a mineral when light is reflected from its surface. Okay? So, ibig sabihin kapag uh, nag-pass through ang light sa kanya, then yun yung ano naman natin, yung degree ng ano natin, pag-classify sa kanya. So, is it shiny or dull? Does it look like a metal or like a glass kapag na ilawan ba siya? So, generally, the first thing you notice when identifying an unknown sample is the mineral's luster. Okay? So, halimbawa sa mga caves, di ba? Usually, dark yung surrounding. Then, kapag halimbawa, naisipan yung pumasok sa cave, then may flashlight kayong hawak, suddenly, you see na may nagre-reflect na na light sa inyo. So, possible na may mineral kayong makita sa mga areas na yun, ano? So, yung luster or yung appearance ng mineral when subject to light or yung reflection niya is one of the characteristic that we can use, okay, to classify minerals. So, ito yung mga iba't ibang classification based sa luster. So, we have minerals with a metallic luster. So, ibig sabihin, metallic, so looks like a metal. So, such as steel or copper. So, shiny and opaque. Tapos, kahit yung edge niya, thin edge niya, ganun din yung itsura. Okay? Then, meron tayong tatawag ng mga earthy luster. So, katulad, mukhang earth o dirt lang. So, commonly opaque but dull. Okay? So, hindi siya makintab, ibig sabihin. We have vitreous luster. So, ito naman yung mga glass-like na minerals, shiny, tsaka translucent hanggang mag-transparent yung color. Okay? Then next, we have waxy luster. So, para siyang paraffin. So, paraffin, ibig sabihin parang yung wax ng candle, yung texture niya. So, typically, translucent but dull. So, ibig sabihin hindi siya shiny. Okay? Then yung last is yung pearly luster. So, they have an appearance similar to a pearl or the inside of the abalone shell. So, translucent tsaka shiny, pero may light refraction na nagpo-produce ng rainbow effect dun sa surface niya. Okay? Next, we have yung streak. So, streak yung tawag o streak refers to the color of the mineral in its powdered form. Okay? So, which may or may not be the same color as the mineral. So, ang ginagawa dito para ma-identify o makita yung pulverized form niya is ini-is natin siya sa isang unpolished porcelain o kaya sa another mineral para makita natin kung ano yung lalabas na pugpug kumbaga sa yung powdered form niya. Okay? So, streak is useful for identifying minerals with metallic or earthy luster. Okay? Because minerals with non-metallic luster generally have a colorless or white streak that is not diagnostic. Okay? So, mas useful daw siya kapag sa mga metallic or earthy luster lang na minerals. So, again, nakukuha natin o pwede natin makuha yung pulverized form niya o yung powdered form by scratching it from another mineral or scratching it on an unpolished piece of white porcelain. Okay, like shown in the figure. Next is yung hardness. So hardness is the resistance of a mineral to scratching. Okay. So hardness is determined by scratching the surface of the sample with another mineral or material of known hardness. Okay? So sa minerals, meron tayong tinatawag na most hardness scale kung saan yun yung standard hardness scale ng minerals na nirank in ascending order. Okay? So from talc hanggang diamond. So yan yung mga iba't ibang scale na ginagawa niya. So from scale 1 hanggang scale 2 which is talc and gypsum. So ibig sabihin niya hanggang doong classification, pwede natin siyang ma-scratch ng gamit ang fingernails. Okay? So pwede natin siyang ma-tear o ma mapudpud natin siya or pwede natin gamit ang kuko natin. Yun nga, makapag ano tayo, makakuha tayo ng sample from that mineral. Okay? Then yung next, from 3, yung calcite, gamit ang copper coin. So using copper coin, yun yung indication yung scratch test niya para magkameron tayo ng um, yung changes to sa surface niya. Okay? Then next is yung sa knife. So gamit yung pag-scratch ng knife. So pag makakita tayo ng changes do sa appearance niya or kapag may scratches na nag-appear. So, for example, sa fluorite and apatite. So, easily scratch sila by knife. Then, meron tayo yung pang-anim. So, yung pang-anim, feldspar or orthoclase. So, ang ginagamit natin ay steel tool naman. Okay? Then, after that, after number 6, yung makakapag-scratch na sa kanya is yung same material na lang niya. Okay? So, halimbawa, itong sa number 8, then sa 8, 9, 10, so ma-scratch mo na lang siya by the same mineral. So topaz lang, topaz yung 1 degree lower sa kanya. Then ito, yung corundum, topaz, tapos diamond is yung corundum. Okay? Then kapag halimbawa hindi na siya kumaga resistant na siya sa lahat ng 'yon, number 10 na yung most relative hardness na i-identify niyo sa kanya. Okay? So, yung assign number 10, yung pinaka-hardest na relative hardness ng mineral na pwedeng ma-classify siya. Okay? Next is yung tatawag natin cleavage structure. So, the way in which a mineral breaks is determined by the arrangement of its atoms and the strength of the chemical bonds holding them together. So, because these properties are unique to the mineral, careful observation of broken surfaces may aid in mineral identification. Okay? So, pag sinabing cleavage, so a mineral that exhibits cleavage consistently breaks or cleaves along parallel flat surface called cleavage planes. Okay? So, tingnan natin yung figure dito. So, yung figure natin is an example ulit ng sodium chloride. So, yung halide. So, makikita natin dito, yung red is yung sodium. Then, yung yellow is yung chlorine. Okay? So, makita natin na parallel sila in 3 planes. So, meron tayong axis diyan. So, parallel sila in lahat ng planes, no? So, halimbawa X, Z, Y na plane, no? So, parallel sila, 90 degrees, parallel sila diyan. So, kapag nag-break daw yung halide, like for example, yung given figure natin, so, nag-break siya dito sa somewhere sa top surface niya. Nagbe-break siya or most easily nagbe-break siya easily between do sa 3 planes ng atom. So, yung nangyayari, parang equal yung nababawas sa kanya all throughout niya. So, halimbawa to, pati yung surface na to, nabawas sa kanya halos uniform o parang kinat lang niya mismo yung part nung nung mismong atomic level natin. Okay? So, perpendicular pa din yung pagkat sa kanya. So, yung tawag sa kanya is cleavage. And then, fracture naman yung tawag kapag nagbe-break siya along random or irregular surface. Okay? So, like for example, yung given figure. So, yung figure natin is magkakaiba siya ng pattern. Like, unlike yung sa salt, makita natin na ah, parang cubic pa din yung kanyang changes, no? Yung pag-break niya. So, fractures are generally rough or irregular rather than flat and thus appear duller and cleavage surfaces. Okay? Some minerals fracture in a way that helps to identify them. So some mineral breaks only by fracturing, while others breaks both by cleavage and fracture. Okay? Then yung last na characteristic na mahalaga or yung commonly ginagamit is yung crystal form niya. So crystal form refers to the geometric shape of mineral crystals na nandoon sa loob nung mismong mineral natin, no? Kasi 'di ba since yung sa pagtingin natin sa atomic level, may mga voids usually yung mineral natin. So as time pass by na yung mga voids na yun, ino-occupy yun ng may nagfo-form doon ng mga crystal. So nagke-create siya ng iba't ibang pattern. Then kapag chineck natin microscopically, ito yung mga ilan sa mga crystal systems na puwede niyang maging classification. So ito yung dito sa figure na 'to, ito minsan yung makikita niyo microscopically or ito yung na-form dun sa mga voids. Okay? So, yun lang yung mga tawag sa kanya. Meron siyang isometric, merong tetragonal, merong orthorhombic, monoclinic, triclinic, hexagonal, trigonal. Okay? So yung mga example niya is ito, yung nasa ilalim. So, makikita mo siya on microscopic level kapag tinignan natin yung atomic structure niya, yung crystal form niya. Yan, ma-check natin na meron silang unique pattern ng crystal. Okay? So a crystal is a solid, homogeneous, orderly array of atoms and may be nearly any size. Okay? So the arrangement of atoms within a mineral determines the external shape of its crystals. So some crystal have smooth, planar faces and regular geometric shapes. So kapag sinabing crystal, laging nasa isip ng tao yung mga generic lang na shape, no? Pero generally kapag pinag-aralan natin yung mga iba't ibang shape talaga, napakarami na, no? So like for example, ito nga, itong mga 'to, yung mga 2, 4, 6, 7 na system na 'yan, may mga sub-classification pa 'yan. So, na it's either nagiging siyang combination ng one or two system. So depending dun sa pagkaka-form nung mismong mineral. Then these crystals occur only rarely in nature. However, because in order to develop those beautifully shaped faces, the mineral must have unlimited space in which to grow. Okay? So, yun nga. Since yung crystal is na form kapag may void o yung may hollow space dun sa loob ng mineral. So, mas magfo-form yung mas magagandang crystal o yung mas abundant na crystals kapag mas malaki yung void o yung hollow space dun sa given substance natin. Okay? So, dun din siya nagkakaiba-iba ng classification ng crystal. Okay? So, ito na lang yung mga additional properties na pwedeng gamitin to classify yung mga minerals natin. So, special properties help identify some minerals. These properties may not be distinctive enough in most minerals to help with their identification or they may be present only in certain minerals. Kaya hindi siya masyado ginagamit as yung mga first classification requirements, no? Kasi kung halimbawa na classify mo na agad siya gamit yung mga naunang requirement, itong additional properties natin is para ma-specify lang natin kung halimbawa may another sub-context yung mismong mineral na yan, no? So yung first is yung magnetism. So ito yung ibig sabihin yung pinopossess na magnetic uh, um, pinopossess sa magnetic property ng mineral. Okay? So, some minerals they are attracted to a hand magnet. So, to test a mineral for magnetism, just put the magnet and mineral together and see if they attracted. So, kapag nag-attract, edi ibig sabihin, mas mataas siyang level ng magnet sa property niya. Okay? So, yung pinaka-common daw na mineral na may magnetism is yung magnetite, which is very strong against magnetic. No? So, nag-a-attract siya sa magnetic. Sa magnet, sorry. Okay, next is yung specific gravity. So, specific gravity of mineral is the weight of that mineral divided by the weight of an equal volume of water. So, the specific gravity of water is equals to 1.0 by definition. Okay? So, yung kahalagahan naman ng specific gravity para malaman natin kung ano yung density ng mismong mineral compared sa yung control nating mineral which is for this example is yung water. Okay? So, parang may kino-compare natin sa reference para magkameron tayo um, ng iba't ibang values ng density. Yeah. Okay? So, later in your other subject, yung specific gravity, hindi lang sa mineral, so halimbawa sa soil na lang mismo, magagamit natin yung property na yan, especially sa pagkuha ng strength or ng capacity ng soil natin. Okay? Then yung last is yung taste, odor, or feel. So, some minerals have a distinctive taste. So, like for example, yung sodium chloride natin, yung halite. So, some distinctive odor. So, katulad ng zinc sulfide daw, kaamoy daw siya ng bulok na itlog. Then, some distinctive feel. So, yung talc naman daw, o like for example, yung powder, no? Slippery siya. So, parang powder like, di ba, yung talc. So, slippery. Okay? So, that ends our lecture lang for today. No? Very quick lang. Kasi more on definition and property lang siya ng minerals. Okay? Do you have any question regarding our topic?
Wala po, sir.
Wala po, sir.
Okay? So, kung wala, I'll give you an assignment, of course. Kilala nyo naman ako, laging may assignment. Okay? So, ano lang naman to? More on research lang. Pero, request ko sana, ano tayo? Ito ay, uh, ano to? Handwritten tayo. Para may effort naman. No? So, what are the different forms and habit of minerals and how they differ from one another? So, i-identify nyo lang yung mga iba't ibang forms ng mineral. Then, kung ano yung iba't ibang uh, characteristic ng forms na yan. Okay?
Okay pa.
Okay, okay. So, if you don't have any more questions, so this ends our lecture for today. Okay? So, wala na ba talagang question?